Good morning, everybody. Let me get comfortable. It has been a while. It has been a while since I've been, I literally think months since I've been able to do a Monday morning tea tarot catch up with me for one thing or another. Pretty much the whole of January, so I think it's probably been since last year, the whole of January I felt like I was dying on and off. I picked up a bargain virus combination. I had tonsillitis in November. I don't think I completely recovered from it. And then I got poorly with that virus that was going around in January. We all did in the house. Then I picked up tonsillitis again, but I don't think I had fully recovered from the first batch. So every time I went to do this Monday morning chit chat, I was like, I can't. And then I've had the decorators in, still waiting for the decorators to come back. And then just every Monday it seemed like there was something going on. So today I was like, do you know what? I've actually got time to do it. And then I was like, I don't know what to talk about. What can I talk about? Hi Tara. So I'm kind of going to leave today a little bit open. We'll waffle and we'll see where things go. But I thought I'll hand it over to you guys. Like, is there any questions that you want to ask about anything spiritually? Is there anything you want a little bit of insight in? How to do something, how not to do something, I don't know, something that's been bugging you a little bit there, or just perhaps you've experienced something recently, perhaps you've been going through something yourself. January for a lot of people when I've been doing readings is there's been a big theme, and I saw it last year and I've seen it this year, and January and February and a bit of March was quite challenging for a lot of people, is challenging for a lot of people. It's almost like the New Year ideas, the New Year fresh starts have been a little bit delayed because of one thing or another. Now, there is a planet line-up because of that. Mars was retrograde. That would have definitely caused a little bit, but that's now direct. So things are going to start to get easier and other planets around. But for sure, and I am seeing it with people, certainly over the next few weeks, it's like we're coming out of it. Things are starting to be a bit more clearer. Heads are becoming a bit more lighter, and the challenges are just going to start to smooth out a bit more. So the new year, I think this year is really going to probably start in the April. And that's quite nice because it is mid-March. Mid-March is the first of the zodiac signs, Aries. It's when the astrological wheel starts. I don't know why they have New Year in January, because nothing's alive in January. Well, not here anyway. And if you're in Australia, it's fully alive. It's not just starting. So January is a really weird time to have a new year, in my opinion. Here it's dead. Everything's dead, dormant, cold, dark. There is no light. There is no growth. There's nothing to indicate new life, new opportunities, new year. But once you come into February, when we have Imbolc, and especially March, mid-March, when you really do start to see the shoots really coming up, the tulips starting to bud or starting to come up, the daffodils, that's the one I was thinking, daffodils coming up, we've got crocuses now, that's new life, and that makes more sense for me for when we should be in tune. So don't worry if your new year has got off to a bit of a false start, if you have been delayed or just not feeling it, don't worry. You're probably more in tune with the earth and the natural rhythm and cycles of the universe there. I definitely am. So over these next few weeks, and we did have the Chinese New Year, which is on the 4th. No, it wasn't. It was the 29th of January was the Chinese New Year. But the Feng Shui New Year was the 4th of February. So that's a little bit better. But I really think as we come into these next few weeks and we start to see all these shoots coming up, we're going to feel a little bit more hopeful about what's coming up there. And hope is really all we've got, isn't it? Hope is all we've got. If we don't have hope, what do we have? Fuck all, really. And I do believe the weather is going to turn and get a little bit warmer this week as well. I mean, it's been so cold. So it's a really unusual time of year, January, to talk about new things. So if you've got any questions, if you've got anything you want to ask me, then please do. I am going to talk a little bit. I think lots of things were whirling around my head, but I've just qualified as the Feng Shui special consultant. So let's talk a little bit about that and how that can help you and how that can really be a game changer. One of the things, let me grab it. One of the things that is easy, super easy to do, is to print off a phoenix, and on the back write affirmations of what you want to achieve between now and next February the 3rd, because that's the Chinese year. And this phoenix is particularly strong for women, but it is strong for everybody. It relates to the main person in the home, and it's to be placed in the south. And that will help you rise through any challenges. It will help you literally burn through obstacles. But more than that, it helps you step into your power. Now, we're in the snake year of the Chinese New Year. 2025 is the snake year, and actually it's a lot more calmer. Now, in our Feng Shui remedies, last year there was an awful lot of salt lamps, or salt cures. I needed a salt cure, probably about 9 in the house. This year I don't need any. I'm keeping to 2, and I'll talk about that in a moment. But I actually, on my remedy list, I don't need any. And heavy metal. Metal cuts through things, cuts through, again, big, heavy challenges. We don't need any heavy metal. So generally, the energies around home and life are going to get a little bit easier. It's not going to be as conflicting as what it has been. So when I did my remedies for my house for this year, it was a lot more simpler. I still need metal. Metal is one of the big things, but I don't need it as much as I did last year. I was also in my home, I was in a money lock last year, but I'd had a remedy without knowing it. I got a water feature in my back garden, which is the north, and that's the remedy, and I had that in already. So I was like, it doesn't feel like I've got any money challenges, but it was because the remedy. So there are certain things you can do in Feng Shui 100% to help fix problems. My shop this year is in a people lock. So that's not going to be good, because obviously we work with the public. So we need to put something in place to help support a people lock there. And the remedy for that will be put in. We can't put a water fountain in the back because it belongs to somebody else. But that area moves into the Chinese shop next door, funnily enough. But what we can do is put a picture of the water with the amount that we need, and that's worked out, calculated by the square foot, and we can pop that into the particular area that's needed with the affirmation of that's what it's going to do. So if you're in a people lock, if you're in a money lock this year, there's absolutely things that you can do. If you look there's several things. If you look at your life and you think, where am I challenged? What's the most challenging area? You can let me know, and I can tell you what area of that connects to your home. And that might be an area that you know is got broken things in it, or got clutter in it, or needs some help. The same as your health. Now, the health predominantly is the centre, but certain parts of the home will connect to you as a person, depending on what age you are and if you're male or female. But also it will connect to a certain part of your body. So, for example, the West is to do with breathing and teeth. No, east, sorry. No, west. It is west. Yes, west. I need to go through my house. West. So if you've had lots of teeth problem, you want to look at the west area. And is there any drama? Is there any trauma? Is there anything going on in your home there? But if you've got something going on, please message me and we can do a little session. Or if you just find like you're not getting a job, or you can't get a relationship going, or money's really tight, or there's obstacle after obstacle. Morning, Christine. Morning, Melanie. Morning, Jackie. Morning, Linda. Morning, Charlotte. Morning, everybody. If you find that there is something that is an issue, or a repeated issue, or like I said, or a repeated health then let me know, because we can do something about it. We can absolutely do something about it. So here's a couple of things that I've done. Since November, I had my house Feng Shui'd 2020. But when I did it myself in November, I was really, really precise, and did, obviously when you're doing it yourself, you can do more because you know more. And within, I'm going to say a day or two, my stock at work, we had a week where it was just super quiet in November, and I was on £30 of stock that week, which meant the following week's wages would have been 30 quid. So I was like, oh, I need to do something about that. So I thought, practice what I preach. So I did some Feng Shui in the southeast, which is your money area, on the Thursday. By the Saturday, I took £300. It can work that quick. Absolutely, it can work that quick. I have somebody else who I know was having romantic issues with their partner, shall we say, bedroom issues. And they actually had something that was deflecting the energy, not reflecting, but deflecting the energy in their love area, which is the southeast area. And they removed that, and then came back to me and was like, okay, we're back on track. Another friend I know had, again, a bit of a dry spell. And I said, well, do this in your southeast. And then she was like, I think I've met my man. So it's really, really interesting. Again, somebody else I know had trouble with getting work, getting jobs, getting opportunities. So we said, do this, do that. And before you know it, they're like living their best life. So hi, Wendy. Hi, Lloyd. So if you've got an area in your life that you just is stuck, or that you know you want to improve and things haven't improved this year, no matter what you've done, then drop a comment of that area, or you can private message me if it's a bit private. But drop a comment and let me know, and I will send you a message of some little tips what you can do. Now, the tips are general tips. They absolutely work. But they are general. So I know the colours and the remedies that I need to put in every single area of my home, because I've done my home analysis. You can have a map my home analysis, which will tell you where all your areas are, and you will get tips and hints with that, but it won't give you the remedies if you need the remedies. A full home analysis will give you the remedies, and those remedies will help balance out the home, remove negative energies, vibes, just restores the balance and harmony, really, in the home area. And with the remedies being specific, that's the game changer. That's the game changer of areas of your life. Now, some people will really be up for that. Yes, we want 2025 to be our best life ever. And we're really ready for those changes. We're really fed up with how things have been going. Or everything's good, we just want a little bit of a tweak here or there. And they'll be open to it and ready, and they'll commit to it. And then there'll be other people that will be like, I want all these changes, but actually at the heart of it, I don't want to do anything about it. It's a bit of effort, isn't it? I've got to maybe buy a little bit of metal, or I've got to buy, I had to buy some orange, let me show you. Oh, some orange plant pots. So sometimes you do it, these weren't expensive, sometimes, because I needed fire in this particular area. So sometimes you have got to put a bit of effort in, and there'll be certain people that won't. Morning, Georgie. Very well, thank you. Hope you are. There'll be certain people that won't want to put the energy in. They just want the fix. And it's not going to work for them. They will still stay in that place of limbo, or just not achieving they're not achieving the best, not being in the best shape, best place that they can be. So it's down to you guys, it's down to you as to how much you want your life to change, or what areas you need to tweak there. One thing that I will share that is good for everyone, regardless, and this isn't a big deal. So money pots, morning Hev, money pots. I have shared this before. So these should be in the southeast area, because that's where your money is. Now you won't need a home analysis for this. This is just a general tip. The reason I've got an orange ribbon over mine is because that particular area needs the remedy is fire. So inside, this is a little jar. You want the lid open because you want the energy to come out. I've got a note in there. This is your money jar. I've got a business card. I've got pyrite crystal. I've got some coins. I've got a nice big piece of citrine, which is the money one as well. And there's affirmations in there. Not sure what that is. What's that? Oh, it looks like it's a leaf that's fallen from the money plant. There's a couple of other private bits in there. I don't want to share everything. You can think of your own. But that goes into the southeast area. Now, if you make your own money pot up, there, don't take the money out. And I'll tell you another tip there. And if you place it on a mirror, now these mirrors you can get on Amazon, they're sticky mirrors. Sometimes you need mirrors in certain parts of your home. In our shop, we've got a missing area. So there's two reasons we've got mirrors. We've got mirrors to deflect because we're on a corner, really busy corner of a road where there's a lot of heavy traffic. So we've got mirrors that are stuck onto the door to deflect that energy. Have to be careful of the sun, obviously. You don't want to fire. But if you've got a missing piece in your home, you can use the mirror, two mirrors to create that space. If you've got noisy neighbours, you can... or annoying neighbours, you can put a mirror above you on your ceiling to deflect the energy if it's starting to interfere, or on the outside of your house. But you do have to be careful where you put that. But I put mine underneath my money because then it doubles the money, and that just sits in my southeast area. And that is a little money pot trick that everybody can do. Now, what was I going to say about the money? Oh yeah, so in your purse, so I've got a note in there. Even if I'm thinking, oh my god, I could do with 20 quid, I'm not going to take it from there. In your purse, always have a note, always have some money, and never use it. But the idea of it is that it manifests that you'll always have money, but you'll also you'll never be in a position where you have to say, I've got no money. Because words create action, don't they? Words spell it, words are spells. So if you open your purse and say, I've got no money in it, that's the energy that you're going to send out. But if you always have a tenner or 20, if you can afford it, note at the least, ain't just a note, £5 will do, and some coins, pound coins preferably. If you've always got something in your purse, then you can, even if you don't want to spend it, and you might in your head be like, I've got money, but I'm choosing not to spend it, I'm not going to use it. The fact that you're just in a position to never say that you don't have any will be a bit of a game changer. You'll find that money does come to you, and money is attracted to money. So wealth is attracted to wealth. You know, how many times have you seen luck is attracted to luck? You know, these people that just seem to always have luck, or the rich always seem to, you know, money goes to money. So you can create that. You can start that with a little money wealth bowl in the southeast, but also in your purse, always having a note or a coins or both, so that you're just never in a position to open it up and say, oh, there's nothing in there. So that's something that you can absolutely do without having a home analysis. There's lots of things you can do without having a full home analysis. And I have done some things on my Instagram, and I am planning, I'm always planning, but sometimes I just get too busy, to do more on Instagram and in my group, and on here maybe, but mainly on Instagram, on tips and tricks of what you can do there. So that's going to be today's one, the money for Monday. Didn't know we were going to do that, didn't even know we were going to talk about Feng Shui, but there you go. So if anyone's got any questions on anything, spiritual, Feng Shui, anything, then let me know now, just before we finish off here. So the ones that we've said today is the Rising Phoenix. Got to do that. Super easy to do. And the money stuff. Super easy. You can pop them in place today and you will see a difference. Absolutely, you will see a difference. But your southeast area, as we're talking about money, really does need to be clear and clean and in a nice position. I'm going to show you what I've done. Bearing in mind my analysis is fire. Okay, so your analysis could give you a different... Let me just get the camera up. This is my corner. Now, I do have random things around the house. I don't invite people round. Just come back. I very rarely invite people round because I like it when I choose to go, not they choose to go, and they might outstay their welcome and stay longer. So I'm quite lucky that I can have random stuff around my home and no one think it's weird. My family know that I'm weird anyway, but I've got no guests that are going to say, why do you have that sort of thing there? Why do you have that sort of thing there? And I will go through all of the quirky stuff I've got, but I'm decorating, so I'm going to wait till it finishes. But one of the quirky things is, okay, so, you know, I just prefer to go to people's houses and then I can leave when I want, if I'm bored after a few hours or if I want to get home and I'm fed up. I don't know. Sometimes people last too long, don't they? Anyway, so this is the money area for me, the southeast area. It actually extends quite a bit further because it's going to be this whole corner. So this, it would come under, not a fire colour though, this would come under an earth colour. So this can't be included. And the more of a conflicting colour, the more you'll need the power colour. But I do have orange cushions. Unfortunately, my decor wanted to be blue. I wanted blue. And that would have meant it needed to fight a bit more. So I had to go for the orange, but it still goes. So this is the money corner. We've got an orange throw over it to hide. I could have had it yellow. Yellow would have been the better colour. Yellow's more fiery. Red is more fiery, but that wouldn't have gone with my decor. So I needed something that's going to match. Orange plant pot with obviously a lovely money plant. My money thing. I keep my tarot cards that I do my daily readings here. But I also keep a good one on the top. I never have a negative card on the top. The most random thing is this orange splashback. Now, this was in my kitchen. This is one of my randoms. This was in my kitchen, and when I had an orange kitchen, and then last year, I went white and gold. So I was going to get rid of this orange, and I was going to give it to somebody. But I knew I needed to have orange in my wealth corner. And I thought, do you know what? Because I don't invite people round. No, none of the family have questioned it. Colin has not once said, why do you have an orange splashback in the front room? It doesn't bother me at all. It's just blended in. Maybe it's like a piece of art there. And I love my lamp. So it's just blended in. But honestly, I have some really weird things around the house and nobody has questioned it. Maybe they're too fearful, but this is all you need to do. It's so simple. This is all you might need to do. Start off with a money pot, and then a money plant. Absolutely. If you use the tarot, definitely a positive tarot card there. But I have a few things that are orange around this area. The gold, unfortunately, is metal. It doesn't count as fire, sadly. And a flame, a burning flame absolutely would, but it's health and safety. So I don't put a burning flame there. But you could if you were indoors all the time. The other thing that I did have, which I haven't because I've got to renew it, I did have a picture stuck there of a sunrise because that was all lovely fiery colours. So there's some simple things that you can do, and some random things that I've got in my money area. Maybe next time I'll show you some random stuff I've got in my love area. It's bricks, but I'll talk about that next time. So, morning everybody. Christine, since I've been older, yellow is my absolute fave colour. Don't know why, but I'm drawn to morning Paul, anything yellow. I love yellow. I've got to be careful with certain. I don't like mustard. I don't like the colour mustard. I love golds. I've got to be careful because I'm blonde. Certain yellows make my hair look a bit yellow. I do like lemon, and actually I'm going to predict that this spring I think we're going to see a lot of real pastel. We've got lemons, pale greens, pale pinks. I think that's really coming strong this season because I've already seen a little snippet of it. I think yellow is going to be the fashionable colour this year. And I do like yellow, and yellow could have blended in a little bit of this room, but not massively. Orange is better. I think I could have got away with yellow, but maybe. But I like the orange. I'm going to stick with the orange. All right, okay. See you later. yeah, I couldn't work out how to turn it on or turn it off. So there we have it. But yeah, it's everything to do with when you're, whether it's Feng Shui, whether it's decorating, whatever it is you're doing. You got to do something that you like. So it might say in black and white, do this, do that, have this colour, have that colour. If you're not going to like that, you're not going to enjoy it. You're not going to come into the room and be like, oh, I love this room, which is what you should be. So if you like yellow, go for yellow. In the spectrum of colours, when we do the colours for Feng Shui, yellow would definitely come under fire. If there's a fire area or an area that needs fire, you can, even purple comes under fire, but you just need a lot of it. So you do have a choice of different colours. You don't have to just stick to the orange or stick to the red. So yellow could be a favourable colour, but like I said, purple. Never have purple in the bedroom though. But purple will come under a fiery colour. But the more darker it is, the more you need of it. So if you've got yellow and you need fire, then you won't perhaps need a lot of yellow. But if you're going to have purple as your fire colour, you're going to need a lot more of it. Wendy, interesting. How do you determine if the room areas are south, southwest, etc.? Well, you can... I do what's called a Map My Home consultation. So it's not a full home analysis. A full home analysis is between £333 and £444, depending if I do it remotely or if I come out to you. The Map My Home is £99. So within that, I go on Google Earth. I get your home up on Google Earth. I look to see if you've got any blocks to do with water. My cat, Bex, got a bit of a sneeze going on. 1 minute. Yeah, so Map My Home. So I use a particular compass, the Lopan compass, and we see if you've got water near your home, because that can be something. See if you need mountain, because that could be something. And she's having a right go over there, but she's all right. And with the Lopan compass, we use that to determine what house you've got. So in the Map My Home, we have a look to see what house type you've got, whether it's a money lock, whether it's a people lock, whether it's a water home, an earth home. Like my home's a water home. So we look at things like that, but we also go in and tell you what areas of your home, what is south, north, east, west. And sometimes you can do that with a compass. Oh, well, all the time. You can do that with a compass. But the way that we do it, particularly with the Feng Shui that I do, is if you've got a extension, or if your upstairs and downstairs don't marry up. Like for me, my upstairs is smaller than my downstairs because I've got an extension. So the grid, we have a grid, and that determines the north, south, east and west as far as the Feng Shui elements go, not just like a regular compass area. So that grid goes over, we put the grid over it in the mapping part of it, and we will extend it out if there is a need, if you've got extensions going on, and whatever is on the downstairs needs to reflect up on the upstairs. So there is a Map My Home service that I provide, like I said, £99. Get quite a lot of information in that. I don't know, there might be about 20 pages in that, and that will determine the north, south, east, west. And there is general information of colours and tips. I've just given you general information of what could be used on a generalised way there. And that might be enough for some people. If you've not got lots of things going on wrong, that might be enough, that you just need to know where your north, south, east, west is. Like I said, you can do it on a compass, but having the Map My Home will be more precise if you've got extensions, or if upstairs and downstairs, or if you've got a garage, if things are slightly not even Stevens there. If you choose to have the full analysis after the Map My Home, you will get that reduced. So if you've paid £99 for the Map My Home, and you go on, and within 2 to 3 months, if you think, do you know what, I do want a home analysis, I do want things perfect, then it's £333 for a remote one. It will be minus £99, so 222, say. We'll take 100 quid off it. So if you get the Map My Home first, and then within a few months decide that you want to go further, then basically you'll be getting that for free there within the time scale. So it's worth, I think, having a Map My Home is worth having if you just want to dip your toe in, if you just want to see what it's all about before maybe going the whole hog there. But don't worry, you won't have to pay twice to have that and the map and the home analysis, because the information is, you'll get that information in the home analysis as well. You get a double bubble, as well as obviously all the remedies there and a lot more. But it is a game changer. It is a game changer. But you can do certain things yourself. So you can get a map, you can get a compass, and just to find, find certain areas there. Absolutely. What was the other thing I was going to say on that to do before my cat distracted me there? I don't remember. But the key thing to all of it is, to all of energy, is to keep things clean, tidy. Every room, every place that you go in should make you feel amazing. Your energy, your vibe is what you carry around with you. So coming into your home, when you walk through the door, that you should feel really good. If you feel like, oh God, I'm going home again, or like, oh, my front door needs painting, or the handle's fallen off, or this, that's the energy you're going to carry forward. If you've got a mat, if you've got a welcome mat, if it says welcome, you could be welcoming all sorts of energy in there. So you have to be really careful what you put. If you've got a mat that says Mr. Grumpy lives here and Mrs. Happy, that's like, is that a positive thing that you're going to come into your home? Really? That is the energy. You have to be super careful. So walking through your hallways, your opportunities, so everything's just got to be clean and tidy and in perfect condition. Now that's not always easy, is it? Perfect condition, because we live in homes, they get knocked. But it is what it is. So if you've got breakages, if you've got cracks, if you've got things that where it needs attention, that will be an issue. And you might not be able to live in a showroom, and I understand that, but I'm just saying that's what it is. So, but these are where the remedies come in. These are where we can fix things for you. These are where, okay, so you might not be able to have the whole house replastered, but we can do things around to help balance that energy and sort that out. I have just had all my ceilings done because there was cracks and it was driving me bonkers. That's the trouble when you learn Feng Shui. Like literally everything for me now has to be like pristine. So it's a bit it doesn't matter for me because I've got a bit of ADHD anyway, so quite like it really. But yeah, it's good. So drop me a line, drop me a comment if there's any area that you would like a little bit of information on, if you want any more information, or if you've just got an area that's stuck, or if there's any other la-la questions, woo-woo questions, whether it's to do with tarot, whether it's to do with spiritual things, just comment and I will reply. Let's have a quick card before I disappear. It's my friend Dawn's birthday today, so I'm taking her for brunch. Wendy, need to be a little more aware of our environment. Well, yeah, absolutely. And this is where upcycling would come in, and repairs would come in, and also getting rid of clutter. Half the stuff we buy, do we really need? How many people have got drawn in on TikTok and bought stuff, or just bought stuff they don't need? There, I bet loads of us have. I'm a sucker for those carrier bags. Like, I can't bear to spend 30p on a carrier bag, and I will absolutely be there with like my arms covered rather than buy a 30p bag. Mainly because I've got loads at home and I always forget to take them. But I'm not. It does my nut in to have to pay 30p for a plastic bag. I'd rather carry it. I wish they could all go back to paper bags, but I do take a trolley usually and fill that up. But yeah, got to be aware of our environment. I'm just changing over actually very slowly all my products, like the household products. So I'm waiting until I finish. I'm not going to waste it. The washing powder and the softener, but I'm going to move into environmental friendly one. I've just turned my toothpaste and the washing up liquid, and actually the washing up liquid has lasted easily twice as long than the fairy that I used to use. But I'm very slowly, all the utensils, but also the scrubbers, I'm going au naturel with everything. I'm going to a talk on Wednesday, and I know that everything she does is all about natural stuff, home kits and health kits. So I'm looking forward to that, because I'm going to be buying some natural sponges and some more toothpaste. So yeah, being a little bit, making the little, I'd like to do all of it, and there's certain things I wish I'd done from when the kids were babies, but it just wasn't practical. My head was in a different space. But making small adjustments is again a game changer, because it's not just about being good for the energy, for the environment, but you're creating that energy, you're putting it out there that I want better things, I want a healthier lifestyle, that I want to support, and that energy will come back. So let's have a look. Oh, we're going to have that one. It's the Page of Cups. Good news. Look at my nail. I've got to go and get that fixed today. Page of Cups. I'm going to hide it. Page of Cups. Good news is coming. Surprise news is coming. You're going to start to feel uplifted, loved. Love is in the air. As a page, it is a message, so that it's a hopeful message, and it's a message of joy and love. But so you may hear that, but it's also, as a page, it's about new energy, something new that's coming in around you. And it could be unexpected, but it's going to fill your heart with joy. It's a very spiritual card. It's a very creative card. It's all to do with emotional and creative and spiritual connections there. And obviously the water is emotional. So expect some good news today. Fill your cup with love and say yes to something. That's what I want to say. Say yes to something there. Loving that. So that's your little message. So have a fabulous Monday. I'll be back next week. Don't know what we're going to talk about, but or will I be back next week? I'm in Spirit Quest next week. So there's a high chance I won't. It could be the following Monday, actually. I'm in Spirit Quest, so if you haven't got your tickets and you want to go, it's one of the best weekends. I love it. Very sociable, and I'm doing a couple of workshops there, and I'm also doing readings there as well. But there's some amazing things going on. So check out Keith Charles, Spirit Quest. But other than that, I'll be back probably the following week then. Take care.